Hello, and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, the Solana chart is pretty much unchanged. We are holding currently support, while there is a little bit of selling pressure right now across the market. Solana, however, slightly up from yesterday, at least according to TradingView here. Bear in mind, today we've got the CPI report release, so that could generate some short-term volatility. There is still the potential for Solana to escalate higher in the current third wave. At the moment, the price, the retracement here, and I'm going to zoom in a minute, hasn't been strong enough to suggest that we are breaking this structure. So at the moment, what we are tracking here, looking at the bigger picture, is an A, B, C structure. This ABC structure, when complete, can lead to a more major downturn. We don't need to go to new bear market lows then, but likelihood is that we have a substantial top in place and we have to prepare for a deep pullback. However, until we get there, until we complete this C wave, a couple of waves are missing. For example, in the C wave, we're normally watching for a 5-wave move, and we are dealing with a wave 1 that completed, a wave 2. Then the wave 3 is unfolding right now. We should get a wave 4 still, and another wave 5. The wave 3 could be complete. It has reached the ideal Fibonacci zone. So what we normally say, the bare minimum for a wave 3 in a diagonal, we're tracking the C wave of larger wave B as a diagonal. What does it mean, diagonal? Well, a diagonal, and many might not know that. In a diagonal structure, we have 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, each of the subwaves are corrective. So normally in an impulse, which is a very aggressive move, we're dealing with 5 waves in waves 1, 3, 5. 5 waves mean we have a very strong trend. And that would be a very aggressive move in wave 1, a very aggressive move in wave 3, a very aggressive move in wave 5. And then the waves 2 and 4, they are 3-wave moves. So we have 5 waves normally in 1, 3 in 2, 5 waves in 3, 3 in 4, 5 waves in 5. The situation on the Solana chart is different, and that has to do with the how this move began. Okay, the wave 1 is clearly not a 5-wave move. You have a separation there, and I mean, we looked at that in previous videos on the lower time frames. But the problem is when the wave 1 of such a move, which is still generally a 5-wave move, but if the wave 1 is an ABC structure, A, B, C, then the wave 2 anyway is always a corrective move like an ABC, but the wave 3 has to be an ABC structure as well, the wave 5 as well, okay? And that's a diagonal. In a diagonal, we sometimes get very deep wave 4s, so very deep pullback. We are basically in this diagonal towards the end of the third wave, which means in the third wave, we're dealing with a C wave right now, because that's the third wave in the third wave. Yeah, the C wave in the third wave, after which the fourth wave should start. Now, the thing is, why is this move so aggressive then if I'm talking about a diagonal? Well, it's because the C wave in the wave 3 is a diagonal. Yeah, a C wave is always a 5-wave move, and oftentimes the C waves in diagonals are impulsive. So that's just to explain that, right? And because we're dealing with a diagonal, the move down in wave 4 could be quite deep, but it likely hasn't started yet, or if it has, it's not evident yet. And then we also have to deal with an ABC structure in wave 5, which could again be choppy. The move down here, which was the A section of this wave 3, was also quite choppy. So just as a note. So what I wanted to actually emphasize is that within a third wave in a diagonal, the minimum expectation is the 100% extension reached. The ideal Fib zone is the 1.236 and the 1.38. Sometimes in crypto is a little higher. And then extended is higher, but extended is not unusual in crypto. So the next extensions are 71.26, the 1.5 extension, 79.50, the 1.618 extension. Common extension levels, yeah, especially in crypto. So I would not be surprised if it goes still higher in a third wave. At some point, however, we will get that wave 4 pullback. That would not be bearish. It would just mean a deeper pullback. Before then, the wave 5 continues to the next extensions, possibly $93 or even $113. So they are not guaranteed targets to be reached, but as long as support levels are holding, those projections should work, and they should be fairly accurate. As you can see here, the price has reacted perfectly to the 63.70 level, basically the $64 level, spot on, okay? So it also reacted before to the previous fib and then the fib before. So you see how these are relevant and they give you a roadmap for continuation. Yeah, now what we need to deal now with is the question, okay, when does finally this wave 4 pullback starts? That would be quite a deep pullback. The risk has increased for that, obviously, and it's due. It's due, that's all I can say, it's due. It's not overdue necessarily, but it's due, so we're watching for it. We should not be surprised at some point this micro support will break and we're going to come down to form this wave 4, which could possibly provide another potential entry point, right? The thing is, the situation here is it's just a micro perspective. I'm counting this as complete, but it doesn't mean it is complete. I'm just showing the requirements for completing this wave 3 are there. It's complete, but it could still extend higher. It can still extend higher from here, and it can do so as long as it's holding the $50.60 level. To be honest, I shared with you yesterday, so there are two things. So there is the micro support. As long as the micro support is holding, I would count any extension higher as third wave. If we break below micro support, I would have to consider that we're in wave 4. Okay, but it needs to be a sustained break, because it's not like a clear-cut invalidation point. It's not like, okay, we have $50.67 there. If it goes to $50.50, you know, we are in circle wave 4. It's not like that. It's a bit subjective. It depends on the structure as well. But certainly, basically below $50.60, the direct trading on the long side gets more risky. But also pay attention to the key level that we've got there at $48.30, previous resistance. It might just come down to test that as support. Also, I have to say that it's not exactly clear, this micro support, because obviously I'm using the distance of this current wave, take the 50% fib level. Now the thing is, I could also move it down a bit, and then we've got $49 as support, yeah. And the reason is that it's not entirely clear where the wave 4 ended, yeah. So if you want a little bit more space, maybe use $49, just saying that. So yeah, and then we should get into this support region down there, and if we get there, then we're dealing with $46.90, $38.70, and $33.20 as support. Main support zone for me would be down here. Yeah, I don't think the 23.6 will be sufficient, because this correction should take a while to play out. And also we've got the lower boundary line of the trend channel as a parallel trend channel that I can really only completely define once I have a completed third wave in place. Then we can draw a parallel trend channel there, and it might give us an indication of where wave 4 may end. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.